What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode. It is day number 2 down here at Lake Chickamauga. Friday morning, waiting on my dad to actually wake up. We're ready, or I am ready, to get out there today and catch some fish. Yeah, last night I made a video. If you guys haven't seen it, you better go watch it. I'll link it in the description below. We caught some fish. Only fished for about an hour. Fish are up shallow, at least they were yesterday. So I like shallow fish. We're getting ready to go out there and get to fishing. Who knows where they're going to be at. We might actually have to go deep for some of the bigger fish because last night we were catching a bunch of buck bass. But with that said, we're going to go dump the boat in the water and just get to fishing. We're going to go down south today. Yesterday we stayed up north on the lake. We're going to go down south where we typically do better as far as big fish go. And with that said, let's go ahead and get on the road. I will meet you guys when we are in the water. I was sitting there trying to I thought I was in the rocks. Little guy. Look how wide he is though. You can tell if things just growing so fast.
Ooh, little big one. Big one? Ooh, might be. See how different the green is right here? It got flatter cold.
It's not bad.
It totally changed it. This could be a lot of fish right here.
Alrighty, so what we're doing right now is we've came into one of these marinas that we just know fish spawn here. Year after year, we've always caught fish in here, whether they're staging or spawning. And we get in here and we haven't seen any big fish yet, but every time we come in like a little cut, there's always a bunch of fish like about this size, maybe a little bit bigger. We've seen up to like a 3 or 4 pounder spawning and making beds. So, I mean, the big ones should be around here. That's what we're targeting right now, but so far we're just going down the bank and catching these bedding fish. You know, fish like that. Really fun to catch, so let them go. Ooh, this one.
That's a bigger one.
Yeah, that's a good fish. This is the biggest fish of the trip, for sure. I don't know if it's huge, but...
Watch the dog.
Oh, he's not that big. It's a nice one.
Bait.
Oh. Choked. By the way, he flat choked that biospawn exo stick. Let me get this bait out. All right, so that's about a 2 pounder right there. Same little pocket, back-to-back cast basically. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go. But what I wanted to show you guys, and this is kind of like a little secret that not a lot of people do, but it can, at the right time of the year, I'm telling you, this technique can be so deadly, and typically works when these fish are like up shallow bedding. And what I do is, it's a finesse technique, and use an 8-pound fluorocarbon on a medium light rod. And the actual key to this though is, first of all, using the right bait. The one I love is the Exo Stick by Biospawn. It's just a perfect bait for it. Weightless worm, and then what you do is you take one of these. This is a nail, and you might have heard of this, but if you haven't, it's called the Nico rig. And what I typically do is like take a nail and I break this in half. I use half the nail, so you can. This is this lead, so you can break it. I go ahead and put the nail into the bait, but for whatever reason, this is a deadly technique in the spawn. came upon a bedfish. I've been seeing a lot of bedfish. This one's all right. It looks to be like in the 2-pound range. Not a big fish at all, but what we have no problem at all catching fish. Like, we can catch literally as many fish as we want, as long as we keep something weightless in our hand, or even throwing like a lizard down the bank. But what I've been trying to do is target those bigger fish. And I mean, we fished offshore, didn't catch anything, nothing to bite. I mean, pretty much everybody on the lake right now is up in the creeks fishing. They're all saying the same stuff, you know, catching a bunch of little buck bass. But what the tactic that I'm doing right now is basically I'm still throwing that wacky worm, and I'll throw that on down the bank, and I'll catch a lot of fish doing that. But I'm also like looking for beds and looking for those bigger fish. This is a little bit better fish, you know, on it. So that's what we're doing right now. Let's see if we can pop this little fish off. All right, and that is the product of taking your time and working on a bedfish. That's actually the male. There's a bigger one down there, but I don't think the female was catchable. But that's a nice bedfish right there, folks. All right, everyone, little mid-morning update. It is 9:30 right now in the morning. We probably already caught 15 to 20 fish, a lot of buck bass up shallow. But what we're doing right now, I'm kind of getting chills almost. I'm idling back into the marina that I caught my personal bestes. I literally am looking at the bridge and the little point that I caught my personal best off of. Haven't fished here in 2 years. Last time I was here, like I said, I caught my personal best, so I don't know. Like, chances are nothing's gonna happen. We might catch some fish, but it's just gonna be cool just to, you know, see the spot again. This was such a big part of my fishing career and in my life, honestly. So heading back, I'm literally right there. I'm looking at it. I have eyes on it right now. I'm gonna go up there, start fishing, and just bump around this marina, honestly, because it's a good spot. So put the GoPro on, and hopefully some magic can happen again. We went back there, and it's like a lot nicer and a lot warmer than when I caught the fish 2 years ago. And this place was packed. I mean, there's so many fishermen in there. We didn't catch anything. I saw like a little 2-pounder on a bed, but we fished in there for probably like 20, 25 minutes, something like that. And we're going ahead and leaving right now. We're just gonna go bump around. I definitely feel like the fish are shallow. We haven't caught any big ones yet, but I think we just need to find them. Water temp's like 65 to 70, so that's perfect spawning temperature. So that's what we're gonna go do. We're probably gonna go jump to another creek that I have in the back of my mind, and I remember seeing like a really early bedfish that was big, and it looks pretty good. So that's what we're gonna go do right now. So you already saw the first bedfish of the year for me that I caught. We already got another one. I got him pretty fired up. He's not big, he's like 2 pounds, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this on camera because he's fired up, so it shouldn't be that hard to catch him. I'm using just like a little white jig. See if we can get him to bite. Oh, he just nailed it. He's so fired up. Oh, here, this Might be it right here. Oh, we might not catch him now. I just missed him. I just messed everything up. Man, he darted off here. Let's see if he'll come back. Oh, he's back. He's fired. He is fired up. I literally just hooked him and he's fired. There he is. And there it is right there. Literally hooked this fish. You can actually, look how many times this fish has been caught. Like there's a hole in his mouth right here. This might have been where I just hooked him. But like literally when I first came up on this fish, he really wasn't staying on his bed. He was coming onto it here and there. And the more I pitched in there, you see those fish start to spin back on your bait. And the more aggressive and agitated they look, obviously that means they're gonna bite it soon. So not a bad little fish. I mean, nothing big at all, but definitely a fun fish to catch. And one thing you always want to do with bedfish is, you know, take a picture if they're big, but try to get those fish back in the water as quickly as you can. And there she goes.